listening to The Announcer's Table with Daryl and Ian. This podcast is presented by RingIcon.com, the social networking site for wrestlers, fans, promoters, and everything indie wrestling. Log on today and create your profile, and as always, enjoy the show.
Hey guys, this is Ian.
And I'm John Cena.
I wish I couldn't see you.
Oh.
But this is Daryl, and this is the pros segment of the week. So what do we got going on today? What happened this week in the pros?
Well, real quick, this week also our interview's up. It is Michael Cross.
Definitely.
There's his profile right here on ringicon.com, so make sure you check that out. Check out his interview. It's really good. On the pros, we'll jump right into it. Let's go to Raw. Okay, and let's talk about Total Divas. Did you watch it?
Total Divas and Raw weren't on the same program.
Well, all right.
Let's talk about WWE.
Okay, I'm putting it together.
I know.
It's just, all right. We'll talk about Raw then. Let's talk about Raw.
Total Divas came first.
Oh my god.
But all right, Total Divas. We'll go into Total Divas.
Right, Total Divas.
It happened. The premiere was Sunday night.
Yeah,
at 10
I watched it
on
after
E.
Raw.
So you can watch Total Divas on E Network.
It's on demand.
I guess it's also on demand,
That's
but
how I watched
the
it.
E Network at 10 o'clock. Set your DVRs if you're into the show. Actually, I have.
It's his girlfriend.
Just cause,
honest.
Yeah, I can blame it on my girlfriend, but your feminine side.
That's exactly it.
But Total Divas, me and my girlfriend watched it. She's not a huge wrestling fan, so to get her to watch something that was outside of just wrestling, she enjoyed it a little more than I guess watching Raw or something like that.
Because it had a bunch of whiny women on there, so.
Yeah, it's definitely a reality show.
I think she just gave me an evil eye over there.
Maybe. But it's definitely a reality show.
Yeah.
Just like any other reality show, especially on E.
Yeah.
So,
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of enjoyed it.
Yeah,
mainly,
cool.
my big thing is because Natalia's on there.
Yeah.
Gosh, she's smoking hot.
Which I didn't know much about Natalya, but if you didn't know, she is actually in the Bret Hart family, or in the Hart family. No, I didn't know much about her. Because she calls herself a vet, but really she came in after I stopped watching for a while. So she's only maybe 5 or 6 years into WWE.
Yeah, but
obviously she's wrestled for a long time. You know what I mean?
Jim the Anvil Neidhart is her dad, and she her uncle's Bret Hart. She trained with the Dungeon family, stuff like that, and so.
Yeah, I think she's cool, and I just didn't realize that because I didn't know much about her, because when she came in and she was kind of the big star of the women's division, because I don't really consider her that right now. She's kind of on the bottom end.
Yeah,
just
it kind of showed last night a little bit. She's
people
more trained. I want to say she's engaged to Tyson Kidd.
I don't know.
Is she?
I saw a preview of next week's episode, and she's having issues with him. But whatever. Oh God, we're getting in deep with this.
I'm gonna watch it again. Watch it again. I was very entertained. Like we talked about it on the phone. We thought it was cool because we'd already seen WrestleMania and knew there was supposed to be that mixed tag match, and then it got cut, and this kind of told you why it got cut.
Yeah, this is like the behind the scenes of WrestleMania for the women's side. So that was cool, and so it's worth watching if you're a big wrestling fan. If you want to see some of the behind the scenes stuff, you get to. Because it's about the Bella twins. Obviously, Nikki Bella or Nicole Bella is with John Cena,
and Brie is with
Daniel Bryan. And then I didn't realize that John, one of the Usos, was with Trinity.
I didn't realize that either.
So that was kind of
what's weird is I didn't even
so.
recognize him.
Yeah.
Like, just...
Yeah,
I thought it was just a dude.
He was pretty big compared to her.
Yeah, but a lot of them divas are, like, real small.
Well, and the show kind of, as a wrestling fan, I don't remember names very well, but it made me remember Trinity's name, which I think is definitely one of the better female wrestlers that they have coming up.
Yeah.
She's done a Hurricanrana, she's done a couple other things that that I can see as her developing her wrestling ability really well. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to watching more episodes. But let's stop talking about this now. Let's move on to some real wrestling news.
Starting to
starting to get a little too gossipy with it now. You know, come the View here in a second. But on Raw, I thought it was pretty good.
As long as I'm not Whoopi Goldberg.
I'll be Rosie O'Donnell. Is she on there still?
I don't know.
But
so we move into Raw, which was Monday night.
Raw. Yeah, Monday night. And I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was a pretty good show.
Yeah, they had the 2 matches set up already from the previous Raw, which was Daniel Bryan versus Kane, and then the main event, which was Ryback and John Cena.
And honestly, that match wasn't that bad. I mean, I thought it was a decent match.
It was decent. I would say it's comparable to some of the pay-per-view event matches. So, it was definitely really good for Raw.
Yeah, but, absolutely. I missed the whole Kane and Daniel Bryan match.
That's one part I watched. I didn't have time to watch the whole thing, but the Daniel Bryan Kane match, Daniel Bryan beat Kane. Obviously, because they're trying to build him up to be a main eventer. So he beats Kane. Kane chokeslams him, and he goes for his pyro, and the Wyatt family comes out.
Oh, yeah. I did see that part where they came out.
So they attacked him, and then, of course, they keep telling him to follow the buzzard. So it looks like that Kane might be turning toward... either they're just building up a feud between them, or they're trying to get Kane to turn into a Wyatt family member.
One thing that I'm curious about is Stephanie talked about turning Bryan into a corporate person. And so I don't know if they're going to shave the beard and kind of change his look.
Obviously...
We all know if they shave the beard, your girlfriend is going to be very, very excited.
Yes, definitely.
But, I kind of hope they don't shave the beard. I really like it.
I don't think that'll happen for a while. I think they'll give him if they give him the title, they'll give him the title as a baby for a while,
and then they'll
turn him heel, going like corporate Austin style.
Now let's talk about an incident that happened at a house show in Australia, because Raw actually went live. It was taped because of their overseas down under. The toilets go the other way.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, but there's a thing. It's on the web. You can go and watch it. There's conflicting stories now. Randy Orton was up. He climbed up on the ropes before the match started. The guy jumped into the ring, low blowed him in the nuts.
Did they show it on TV, or did they cut that part out?
But people filmed it. There had to be a person filming with their phone, which you're not supposed to do. But whatever. Mm-hmm. Everybody does it. They can't really stop it. But takes a nut shot. Security jumps in, gets him out. At first reports, it was a fan. Now reports are coming out saying he's actually an Australian independent wrestler. So
if you're an independent wrestler, don't do that.
Yeah, but that might lead to it being staged.
Oh, well, yeah. If
he's an independent wrestler, it might lead to it being staged, or that's one hell of a job interview trying to get.
Just a big F you to the man.
Either way, so I'm curious to see if anything comes of this or anything like that.
But if they show it on TV, then it obviously wasn't.
Well, because it just happened yesterday.
Oh, so it wasn't. So you're talking about SmackDown?
No. This was like a
house show.
Yeah, a house show or something.
Okay. So, well, if it was recorded yesterday, it might be it's a SmackDown, because they record SmackDowns on Tuesdays, and then
it was on the TMZ. They reported on it. Some other people posted on it and stuff like that. So I'm curious to see if anything comes of it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Now, you got anything else on Raw or?
No, not with Raw.
All right. Well, let's move over to some TNA news. Okay, look at that. Boom. That just happens to be the first thing that popped up.
Yeah.
But, because that's one of the things I wanted to talk about is that guy. By the time y'all see this video come out on Friday, okay, today is Wednesday, tomorrow's Thursday, obviously Impact's going to come tomorrow. At first, people saying it was, they thought it was Adam Pearce. Who was on a gut check.
Let's inform people of what we're talking about. So there's
August 1st thing.
Yeah, there's an August 1st mystery person that's going to be
the August 1st warning.
Yeah, he's going to be invading TNA or Impact,
which is going to be tomorrow or yesterday. As you see this, it'll be yesterday.
So it's going to be August 1st, and so. When you watch this video, either August 2nd or beyond, you probably know if you watch TNA who it is, but we're going to talk about it as though you didn't see it because most likely you didn't actually watch TNA live.
Yeah.
Sorry, TNA.
Well, there's been 4 videos. The first video just kind of come out some generic stuff. Second video, he kind of called out Dave Bautista or said something about he's not Dave Bautista.
Yeah.
Third video, he said something about Jericho. Fourth video, he said something about he's not Goldberg, or the Goldberg never wrestled him, and so some people are thinking that it might be Bob Holly.
Yeah, which would be interesting, but because I thought that Bob Holly had a training contract with.
I don't know. No, he got released from that, or he left WWE a while back.
Oh, okay.
But if you look, he kind of has that silhouette. And those pointy kind of ears that Bob Holly.
I think you're exaggerating a little bit. No,
I may be. I don't know, but
hey,
you know what? We'll find out. When
I think it's Bill Goldberg.
You think it's Goldberg?
No,
I don't think so.
If he says that he's not Goldberg, he could be Goldberg.
But I'm trying to think like who else could it be? There's somebody else I can really think. Because apparently he's in one of the videos he said, "I'm not somebody that 99% of you won't know." Meaning that everybody should know who he is.
Yeah.
So.
And it looks like a bald-ish person.
Yeah, with big ears.
So.
And then.
I'm trying to think of like somebody.
Well, he obviously has never wrestled in TNA before. All right, but he's mentioned 2 wrestlers that wrestled in WCW and WWE. The only exception being Batista, who's has only wrestled in WWE. So I'm kind of curious. I don't remember Holly being around when. Batista was there, but he said it's not Batista. Like I think saying that.
Yeah, because I think in the first couple of videos, people started speculating who it was, and
Batista
so then they
or something. And he's like, "I'm not Batista," and
because they really edited his voice in the video hardcore.
Yeah, so
you can't tell.
Yeah,
much of anything, but.
So I'm curious to see who it is.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out.
It has me peaked. It makes me want to watch tomorrow.
Yeah, but. One of the first comments was on the video on YouTube was basically, well, whoever it is, it's going to be a disappointment because that's what TNA does.
Yeah, they disappoint the fans.
Honestly, that's kind of where I'm leaning with it. Was one of my first thoughts is that whoever it is, it really
they pit Rampage in the freaking main event Mafia, and that, as you know, that kills me. I hate that so much.
Well, just that their roster is really small. It's relatively small, and that they have 2 main factions that pretty much eat up their whole roster.
Pretty much.
It's kind of like the whole WCW versus WWE invasion thing. You know what I mean? Like the whole group of guys are in a faction of some sort, and it just makes it dull. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can only have good guys versus bad guys. You can't have an actual.
Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of Saban having the title, which I think I said that last week. I like Saban.
Yeah.
I like the title better right now on Bull.
Well, I like that they changed title holders. I like.
I don't know, but I think it makes Aces and 8 look weak. It makes Bully Ray look weak.
Yeah, but Aces and 8s is already starting to look weak. They're getting rid of, like we said, they're getting rid of guys, and they're already putting a powerhouse, the main event Mafia up against. It's just kind of.
Yeah,
but
we'll see how it goes. But I don't know. Other than that, I really have no other stuff for the pros.
Yeah, the pros this week, that's about it. I mean, really just, I guess
Obviously,
we're
next
just...
week on the pros, we'll talk about who the mystery man is.
Yeah.
So,
WWE is just trying to get through to SummerSlam. I mean, their card is looking decent for SummerSlam.
yeah.
I really hope that the Wyatt family actually has a match set up for SummerSlam.
I do,
Because I would like to see them in a full match of some sort. I really don't want it to be a 6-man tag match. I doubt they would do that.
But I think what's going to happen is it's not going to be Bray Wyatt wrestling for a while. I think it'll just be the other two wrestling. Which
is okay with me. I mean, I liked them. Yeah. I mean, I would like to see them in an actual match. But
absolutely. All right. Well, as always, make sure you go to ringicon.com, make your profile, let us know what you like, what you want to talk about. Yeah. Shoot us some topics, information, whatever.
And if you're watching this video on either Ring Icon or Facebook or something like that, you can always go to our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/ringicon. You can watch all the other videos we have, which are promotion builder for building promotions, gimmick builder for helping build gimmicks for independent wrestlers and things like that. We also have some great interviews like we talked about earlier. Michael Cross is up this week.
Yep, next week I'm excited about next week. Hellcat Amanda Arden.
Yep.
So, and as y'all know, a couple of weeks ago we talked to her husband.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited about her interview. It's the first female interview we've had. And we get a valet's take on professional wrestling and our indie wrestling. So.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it for the pros. And so until next week on the pros, we'll catch you later.